Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to add in your email DNS records for your domain. You can do it at the same time and install an SSL. I went ahead and broke up these two videos. You can always come back and add the email records if you choose to use that domain for email. You can also just add domain, right? You don't have to include email, and you definitely don't have to install SSL, so you can do them separate for each domain. So in this case, I want to add email DNS records to approve the system to send email on behalf of my domain. And the way to do that is, again, once you add your domain, you can come in here by clicking this link or the edit button. So once I go into the domain, you have an option over here to activate email approval. This will be turned off initially, and you just click it. And what that does, it generates your DNS entries for email. At this point, you need to go back out just like we did with these records and add in to your DNS within GoDaddy or whatever DNS provider you have. One thing to note, this is the full record, right? So and depending on your DNS, you may just be putting in the subdomain or the name, right? And so in this case with GoDaddy, I like just grabbing this and not throwing this whole thing in. So I'm going to come over here to Domain Manager, and I'm going to click on Add, and I'm going to choose CNAME. I'm going to put the name, and then I'm going to grab the value. Come over here and put the value here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and hit Add Record. So I need to do that for each one. It's important to have all three. CNAME. Copy this over here. These DNS records are unique to your domain, so it's super important. And if you've ever had spaces after, you get an error from GoDaddy or other DNS providers. So make sure there's no space, hit Add Record. These are unique to each domain you add. So although you can use these records for all of your domains, you can't use these records for all your domains. These are unique and specific to this actual domain itself. So you will need to generate this each time for each domain. CNAME. And I'll go ahead and add that. Okay, now all three records are added. Just like the domain, you should wait about 10 minutes before you click this check status. Check status, you can click it as many times as you want. It's just going to continue to check to see if those records have been added. And then what ends up happening, if they are added and we are able to verify them, we will actually add you to our approved sender list. And so in all the different sections where you can send email and set up email accounts, which I have videos training on that, you will be able to use this domain throughout the system. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick and just wait 10 minutes. Okay, I went ahead and waited 10 minutes, and so now I'm going to click the check status. And so right now it's pending verification, so it's still waiting. So I'll go ahead and pause again and come back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and check status again. Go ahead and click this button. It says verification status is good. Hit OK. And at that point, your domain is all set up with SSL. It's also set up with email approval. So this means the system can send out on your behalf with your domain freely throughout.